Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? Today we're going to talk about or read Drum Dream Girl for our story, and we're going to be talking about the setting. And if you remember, the setting is where the story takes place. Drum Dream Girl is a poem, and poetry is usually fiction, and the words that appeal to the senses are in a poem. Words that make you think of powerful images or pictures are sometimes in a poem, and words that describe. So let's look at the setting again. It's when and where the story takes place. The setting of a story or poem is where or when it takes place, and all stories have at least one setting, and some poems do too. Just like in a story, sometimes all of the events in a poem happen in the same place, and sometimes people in the poem move from place to place. So where does the story happen, and when does the story take place? When does the story take place? Okay? The author gives us details or small bits of information to describe the setting. It is important to pay close attention to the details in the text and the pictures to get information about where and when a story takes place. All right? So let's look at this December evaluate. All right? We're going to go over this really quick. It says click on the sentence below that helps you know the setting of the story. So I'm going to read this setting of the story, and I want you to listen carefully, okay? Eli jumped into a pool. The water was cool in the like a cool rain shower against the skin. Eli saw something shiny at the bottom of the pool. He took a deep breath. As he got closer, Eli could tell there was money at the bottom of the pool. He grabbed the shiny coins. Then he swam back up to the surface. He hopped out of the pool and tossed the money into the bag. Now he could buy himself a snack before he went home. So, we're going to click on the sentence below that helps you know the setting of the story. Eli jumps in the pool. A. B. He grabs the shiny coins. C. The boy looked hopeful. Or D. Eli received a present of his own that day. So the best choice would be A because it tells us Eli jumped into a pool. That was right in front of our face, wasn't it? Okay, you can turn to my book on page 83, or you can just listen and follow along with me. If you do want to follow along in your book, push pause now. If you don't, follow along with me. On an island of music in a city of drum beats, the dream girl dreamed. Of pounding tall conga drums, tapping small bongo drums, and boom, boom, booming with long, loud sticks on big, round, silvery, moon-bright timbales. But everyone on the island of music in the city of drum beats believed that only boys should play drums. So the dream girl had to keep dreaming quiet, secret, drumbeat dreams. Look at her dreaming of playing drums. And at outdoor cafes that looked like gardens, she heard drums playing by men. But when she closed her eyes, she could also hear her own imaginary music. When she walked under wind-wavy palm trees in a flower-bright park, she heard the whir of parrots' wings, the clack of woodpeckers' beaks, and dancing tap on her own footsteps in the comforting part of her own heartbeat. At carnivals, she listened to the rattling beat of towering dancers on stilts, and the dragon clang of costumed drummers wearing huge masks. At home, her fingertips rolled out their own dreamy drum rhythm on tables and chairs. And even though everyone kept reminding her that girls on the island of music had never played drums, the brave dream girl dared to play tall conga drums, small banjo drums, and big, round, silvery, moon-bright timbalas. Her hands seemed to fly as it rippled, rapped, and pounded all the rhythms of her drum dreams. Her big sisters were so excited that they invited her to join their new all-girl dance band. But their father said only boys should play drums. So the dream girl had to keep dreaming and drumming alone until finally her father offered to find a music teacher who could decide if her drums deserved to be heard. The drum dream girl's teacher was amazed. The girl knew so much, but he taught her more and more and more. And she practiced and she practiced and she practiced until the teacher agreed that she was ready to play her small bongo drums outdoors at the starlit cafe that looked like a garden, where everyone who heard her dream bright music sang and danced and decided that girls should always be allowed to play drums, and both boys and girls and boys should feel free to dream. So today we will answer a question about the setting by using the race strategy, because that helps us think about where and when the story is taking place. All right, so let's see, where does the dream girl live? Okay, I'm going to go back into the story. And it says, on an island of music in a city of drum beats, the drum girl dreamed and dreamed. So that right there, up there, tells you, where does the dream girl live? So what I would do is I would circle where, underline, does the dream girl live? And then you can say, because we're going to add part of our answer. We're going to answer the question, but we're going to put part of our question in the answer. So we would say, the dream girl lives on an island of music in the city of drum beats. Right at the top it says that. Okay? Now let's look at the next one. What is the setting of the story on this page? So we would circle the question word what, underline is the setting of the story on this page. And it says, at outdoor cafes that look like gardens, she heard drums playing by men. So right there it tells us, what is the setting of the story on this page? The setting of the story is outdoor cafes that look like gardens. Okay, now we're going to look at the next one. What is the setting of the story on this page? So we would circle the question word what and underline is the setting of the story on this page. Now let's listen and find out. When she walked under wind-wavy palm trees in a flower-bright park, she heard the whir of parrot wings. So right there it tells us that she's in a flower-bright park. So what is the setting of the story on this page? The setting of the story is she is in a park. Or you could even say a flower-bright park with wavy palm trees. Okay, now it's your turn. So what I want you to do now is I want you to go, if you're in Mrs. Metcalf's class, you might have it on Pear Deck, or if you're in Mrs. Durbin's class, she might have it on a Pear Deck for you. If you're in my class, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the paper to do the exit slip, and then you can just turn it in on the top tray. Okay, so I hope you have a great day. Thank you for listening. Bye.